What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to Stoic Context. Today we are going to react to another Kevin Samuels video. Before we get into the video, make sure you guys like and subscribe. I'm going to be saving my commentary for the end of the video, so stay tuned for that.
Hello?
Uh,
Hello?
Hi, how are you, Kevin?
I am well, and your first name is?
Isis. Isis Candace is my first name.
Okay, and how old are you?
22.
22. All right, what do you have on the topic?
I feel like this is a really good topic to talk about. Could be kind of controversial, but it's needed. Because this is something that I was also interested in coming up as a young Black girl, wanting to get married and whatnot. So this is something that was like really pushed out there in media. And I was like, well, you know what? Let me just look into it for myself. And I've been listening to some of your past broadcasts, and you were talking about like the top three like Black men and high earning Black men: Barack Obama, Denzel Washington, Will Smith, right? You said that in a previous show.
I was saying being,
And let's
no,
be
they're not
honest.
earning, but I said as far as golden boy status. But what is it?
Oh, okay.
Okay, are you in college?
Just graduated.
And what's your degree in?
Accounting.
Were you raised with mother and father in the household?
Yes.
Do you have any siblings?
Yes, I have one brother.
Is he older than you or younger than you?
Older.
How much older?
10 years.
Is he married?
Yes.
Okay. Were you raised to be a wife?
Yes, yeah. I was raised to be a wife, but like growing up, my parents always taught me we're educating you for you to be able to take care of yourself. So like
Let me
I
stop
was
you right
still
there.
like,
Let me stop you right there. Then you weren't raised to be a wife.
that's why I was like kinda, because
No. You said you were. See, it's no kinda. Either you were or you were not. I mean, we're gonna have the conversation. Let's have the conversation. What side of the country are you on? East Coast, West Coast, North, South?
East Miami.
Miami. All right. At 22 years old, your brother's married. Your mother and father are still married?
Yes.
All right. But did your mother teach you how to cook, clean, take care of a man? Let's start this way. Did your mom cook?
Yes.
Every day?
No.
How many days a week?
Like when I was younger, all the time. As I got older, 3 or 4, and my dad would step in and fill in.
Okay. So not all. So how often did you fix your dad's plate and your brother's plate?
Every time I cooked. So that would have been like, that would have, how often?
Yeah. I mean, if you ate 3 meals a day with your family, or 2 meals a day at least. Okay.
I would say 3 times a week because I cook breakfast on the weekends,
Okay.
dinner, lunch during
All
the
right.
week.
But did you make their plates?
Yes.
Did you clean their plate? Did you pick their plates up?
Yes.
Did you wash?
Well,
Did you
yeah.
wash the dishes every? See, here's the thing: women who are raised to be wives cook, they serve the men, they pick the plates up, they wash the dishes all the time. The men don't do the housework. Now you know that.
Ever?
No, the men cut the yard, take out the trash. See, that's what I mean. You weren't raised to be a wife. You were raised to be a working woman.
Okay. I wouldn't disagree.
Right. So, do you want to have children?
Yes.
How many?
Like 3.
And do you want to have to work to pay significant bills?
Not significant.
So,
I don't mind
you,
paying some.
okay. So again, you're another one of these women who want a man who's making about $300,000 plus. That's fine. As far as your height, how tall are you?
5'2".
What size dress?
Between 2 and 4.
And how much did you weigh at your last weigh-in?
130.
5'2", and that's not a 2 and 4. You're closer to a 6. And then as far as your face, yeah, I know what I do.
I've never been in a 6.
Then something's wrong with your scale. You must have them in carnival scales. 5'2", 130 is not a dress size 4. Unless you're very, very athletic. We're talking about 12% body fat. But as we move on your face, 0 to 10, and you cannot use a 7. Where would most men rank you?
I really don't know.
Then you're not pretty. Because if you're pretty, you know it.
I really don't know. Maybe a 6. I don't know.
But see, here's the thing, man. I'm just trying to get some. You're an accountant. Numbers matter. Balancing the balance sheet matters, right? You can't just say you didn't find the 2 cents. You got to balance it.
Right.
All right. Well,
right.
Why would a man making $300,000 want a woman who was not raised to be a wife who's a 6?
First of all, I mean, you asked me if I would like to pay significant bills, and I was like, not really. That doesn't necessarily mean I want to be with a guy who has to make 300,000.
Okay, well let's run this. Let's go ahead and run that thing. Let's go ahead and run that. You live in Miami, yes? Where would you like to live?
Miami? I wouldn't like to live in Miami.
You would like to live in Miami.
Like so let's more like West Palm, more north.
Okay, but Miami's okay. What part of Miami would you like to live in?
Little north of Miami, like north of Lauderdale, West Palmish.
And what's the cost of living in Miami?
It could be pretty expensive.
Right. It's a 143% of the United States average. How much do you want to live in an apartment or you want to live in a house?
I could start in an apartment and then go to a house.
You must still live at home.
I mean, okay, if you're thinking about marriage, house would be ideal for a marriage.
I'm asking the truth. See, the problem is, you young lady, you don't know what it costs. Do you live on your own right now?
Yes.
And how much is your rent?
My rent is $800.
Who are you sharing it with?
Nobody. It's a small apartment. I just graduated from college.
$800. Okay. All bills paid?
Yeah, all bills included.
Are you on campus or off?
I was on campus.
Right. How much is the average apartment? See, what I'm trying to get you to understand is $800. You know what rent is in Miami for an average 1-bedroom apartment?
That's like starting at 1 bedroom is way more expensive than $800.
I know. So get right down to it. In order to have 3 children in the suburbs, you're going to need a home that's around $400,000 to $500,000. For a woman to not have to work, each child is $200,000. You want you want over $500,000 in children, and you don't want to have to work to pay significant.
I never said and you don't want to.
You said you don't want to have to work to pay significant bills. That means really not working here or there. You want your husband to be. Look, ma'am, I don't really care. I just want you to understand what it is you're asking for.
Okay.
You don't want to have to work to pay significant bills. That means your husband needs to be able to carry 100% of the load and then you help out. That's fine. But that means a man who's making, if he's making $100,000 in Miami is $56,000 in Atlanta. That's broke for the 3 people and 3 kids and a wife. That's enough for one person. In order to carry a wife, he's going to have to replace your income. How much do you plan on making 5 years from now if you're not married? How much do you think you'll be making in salary?
Salary, let's say I get my CPA, $100K plus.
So he has to make $100K because I had a woman on here yesterday who was an accountant in the Big Four, and she was about in the CPA 95. He has to cover that plus pay for the kids. So yes, ma'am, you are asking for a man who's making $300,000+, and that's That's just Atlanta dollars. I didn't even adjust it for Miami. See what it is, man. There's so many ladies like yourself have never actually asked yourself, what does it take to be a man to cover for an entire family, the kids, and a woman not to stay at home? And I asked the question, what is he getting for his $400,000? He's getting a woman who did not grow up cooking, cleaning, and serving the men in her own house every day. You did not. This is not how you were raised. You didn't. You weren't take care of your brother and your husband like a lot of women from traditional families. You were raised to be an American working woman. Well, guess what, ma'am? You're going to be, because if you're not an 8, 9, or 10, you don't get that.
And I don't have a problem with that.
But the thing is, good, because the reality is, it's going to be much more likely that you're going to be like the other 72% of American women with children under 18. You're going to be working.
I don't have a problem with that. Like most women that call into your show, they want to stay home. They want to be a wife. That's not what I was raised to do. I'm willing to accept that. And I don't plan to stay home.
So your last boyfriend,
at-home wife.
So have you had a
my
boyfriend?
entire life.
Have you had a boyfriend leave you for a non-black woman?
No.
So why is the fear that he would do that?
I don't have that fear.
Okay. So we've had this exercise. I try to teach women about the numbers, but why do you think women fear that so much then?
Because that's what's pushed in the media. And like, I think we don't push and promote Black couples enough.
Well, who doesn't?
Who does? I feel like
you said it's pushed in the media. What media?
Social media, media in general.
What media? You mean like, well, I'll tell you what. There's black media. There's a black media, isn't there?
Yes.
Who runs it?
Black people.
Who runs it? Black men or black women?
Who runs Black media? That honestly, I don't know. I can't say.
Who do you think runs it?
I would think both.
Really? Name me some black media outlets.
Black media outlets would be like 105, like BET isn't even like Black owned anymore. But I'm just really talking about like Black shows where like Black people frequent.
Ma'am, I said black media, and we have black media, and we have had it for a long time. Ebony Essence, Jet, Madame Noir, Oprah Winfrey, the OWN Network. You can go on YouTube and you can look on plenty of black Red Table Talk. All that's black media, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay, who runs all those platforms?
Mostly women.
Right.
So
it doesn't matter what the white media is pushing. Black people tend to watch black shows. How come black women don't push How come black women don't push black marriage on black media?
That's a good question.
No.
But that
no. That is no. You said we need more black couples. I agree. But you said, I asked you, why do black women have these fears? You said, because it's pushed in the media. I said, what's media? You said on the media. And I said, okay, who runs the media? I don't know. I said, is there a black media? You said yes. Because you don't watch white media. Let's be real. You don't watch Criminal Minds. You're not watching Law and Order. You're not watching shows on ABC, NBC. You're watching black media. You watch black media, and black media is run by black women. Black women feel the way you say they feel. Why don't they push positive black couples?
It might be. Pardon?
Why don't black women on black media push positive black couples?
I feel like they don't think that reality like exists, maybe, or they just
no, ma'am. You're not even following your own logic. You said black women fear this because it's what's promoted in the media. So if black women can't control what's in the media that's promoted to black women, they should do something to counter the fear if they cared.
Good point.
Right. Do you make room
I
for
must agree with
you make room for the possibility that there are people in the black female media who don't really want to see black people get together? They want to see you single, they want to see black men over here, and they want to see us fighting. Because that's why you get Love and Hip Hop here, Love and Hip Hop there, Love and Hip Hop this, Love and Hip Hop that, Desperate Housewife this, Desperate Housewife that. You don't see the Cosbys on black media run by black women, do you?
Not really.
Let me tell you, when do you ever see a black female show doing what I'm doing right now?
This is not. This is rare, to be
Right.
honest.
So when a black man calls into a black woman's platform, do you ever see him even get a chance to talk?
I mean, if he's agreeing with the point that she's putting out
There you go. If he's agreeing with the point, if he's kissing her ass, then they'll let him stay. But as soon as he raises a point, they shut him down. And then they tell you black men like me and my guys don't exist. Well, I'm going to tell you, the problem, young lady, you need to go back and talk to your sisters and say, stop putting this bullshit out here. You're fucking it up for the black people. That's what you need to do with your black women and your black media. Because they don't listen to us, but they do listen to you, young lady. What you going to do about it?
Speak about it.
To who?
More black women that I encounter.
Okay. What's your name on YouTube? I'm going to hold you to that. No, ma'am. Here's the thing, ma'am. Here's the thing, ma'am. Here's the thing, ma'am. I'm making a laughing point, but see, I'm not joking because Derek Jackson, he often talks to black women, and he's very hope filled with them, but he talks really bad about black men, especially older black men. And the black men in the love industry, as it were, all they talk to is black women, but you never see any black men. Over here, you got almost 3,000 people watching right now. You got black men here, you got black women here. I'm not a love relationship guru. I'm just a man who decided to make something happen. What about the people who have hundreds, thousands, millions of dollars in these platforms that say they love y'all so much? They care so much about black family and black love, but never put a goddamn black positive family in front of you. Never put a black man who can actually push back in front of you. It takes a black man to come over here and do something for even black women to come over and say, what's this food talking about? And then realize, you know what? He's got a point.
No, you do have a point, and to be honest. And that's what attracted me to your channel, because I was like, you know, finally you're getting something real from an actual black man. I mean, personally, in my family, I didn't really see the stereotypes that were pushed, and I knew like something was wrong with the rhetoric that's being pushed with black relationships and whatnot. So that's what really attracted me to your channel. I don't plan on spreading my message through YouTube.
Well, my point is my point is this: the fear is pushed, but it's not pushed. It's not real. It's contrived. And who's pushing it? Because it ain't the black men. Black men are 51% of black men are single and childless. 64% of black men are in the middle class. Black men are doing very well, but you hear the stats, the download, the this, the that. And every time I tend to hear black women talk about black men, it's always some pejorative something. I've even heard black women talk about my channel and talk about, oh, well, he's a woman. Right. Yeah. Look, because you got to ask yourself.
But they don't present views the way you present them. Like, wow. Anyway.
Well, here's the thing. There is something, and I will say this, and I got to get to the next call. The women between the age of 36 and 60 are the ones that dominate the message in black media. They're in charge of the media. Now, you may see a younger cohort on YouTube in the videos, but the people who are actually running the platforms and businesses, making the business decisions, the advertising and everything, there's a lot of money in keeping black men and black women single. There's a lot of money in it. When you get your own apartment and the boyfriend has his own apartment, that's two people that could be in a house. When you got to pay your power bill, he got to pay his power bill. Those are two people that could be consolidating. There's a lot of money in keeping this gender war thing going on. And I just need to say, I got to get to the next call, but you got to ask yourself, if this is the case, who benefits? It ain't the black man, ain't the black woman. It's the people who tend to push that message. Think about it. Thank you, Isis. Appreciate it.
No problem.
Yeah, shout out to Kevin. I love this episode right here, especially because it really does highlight the discrepancy and then the lack of support from women to men, and especially from the black media to men. Truth is, a lot of people have a bad image of black men when it comes to the media. But I'll even take it a step further. Men in general now are getting a bad rep from the media. You see, at point in times like this, it's easy to just, speak on black people because we are black. And of course, there's a lot of other races of people that watch this video, and this is where it applies to them as well. We are going through something that it's not even based on race anymore. Just you being a man is enough to attack you these days and to discredit you. So this message specifically spoke to all men. Look at the way that people are setting things up to keep you away from marriage or from a relationship. As Kevin said, there's a lot of money in keeping people separated. That's 2 homes that have to be bought, 2 different cars, 2 different meals, 2 different bills being split. More on your health insurance. Assistance. There's so many things in which keeping people separated is a lot more profitable than keeping people together. And here, I'll leave you guys with another thing. They said the biggest threat to the human civilization right now, to all of mankind, is birth or population decrease. We aren't having as many children born. There aren't as many people here. Go look it up. That's our number one problem right now. Enough people aren't having babies. Enough people aren't having children. We aren't replenishing fast enough. That's the one main reason why most people are here. And that is our number one problem that seems to go under a lot of people's noses. We need to procreate. The right way, of course, though. The respectable way, of course. But we need to procreate. If you don't believe me, go do a quick search. And with the rise of all these movements and people going their own way and people deciding to deal with the same sex or gender, and of course, people are allowed to do whatever the hell they want. Just keep it away from me. You can do whatever you want. Just keep it away from me. But we need to work on that. All in all, that's the end of the video. Everyone, please leave your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. Make sure you guys like and subscribe if you guys haven't already. Turn on post notifications so you will be alerted when we upload more videos just like this one. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.